Welcome everybody to the Gladiator Cypher podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm here with my, I keep calling like a music aficionados. I want to say musical gurus. I don't know what to call you guys, but I'm just going to just say I got the dopest music reviewers on the planet. I'll put them up against anybody. But I'm here with my cousin Chris. What's going on, Chris?
What's going on, people? How you doing?
All right. And then we got my man Nip. Nip, you looking like you about to, you got to get off of this show. You look like you about to tuck the Millie.
Yeah, I had to get ready for this Rock Marci joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what
I mean, I know my cousin about to get out in them streets and do, and kickbox and all that, but you look like you about to get out in these streets and box some kicks, man.
Yeah. Box 4 kicks. Like, get up off
right. I need you to come up with box of kicks, man. Come on, man.
It started snowing outside today. You know what I mean? You got to bundle up.
Oh, damn. Whew. That's why I love being in the South, man. We get some snow. They shut down the whole planet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Georgia don't play with that. Let a flurry drop. It be just one flurry. They be,
Car crashes and everything. I remember that. That was
y'all had sweet one year. Shut the city down for 3
days.
Oh,
hell yeah. These motherfuckers, they told my kids, like, oh, yeah, if it gets too cold, we'll have to shut down school. I said, what?
If it gets too cold.
It gets too cold. Not if it rains, not if it's ice, not if it's snow. If it just get too cold, we're going to have to shut it down. So, but it is what it is. I can't lie. I love it. Guys, we got a packed show, and as always, we're just going to go to these album reviews. But before we get into that, make sure you guys join the circus. How do you join the circus? Pretty simple. Just follow us, subscribe to us, share our material. That is how you join the circus, and you be part of the crew. Only place on the planet where it could be cool to be a clown. But on top of this, the incentive is that starting in January, we will give you exclusive material that will only go to our subscribers and followers. So if you want some of that material, join the circus. Some of that material will include way back in the day album reviews that we'll do for you guys. Some of that material will include us reviewing some real out there stuff. Some of the things that really will include is giving the worst kind of music to Nip and let him decide to find one good thing about the music and put it out there. So we got a lot of things coming for you in the future, but please go ahead and subscribe and follow now so you don't have to worry about it when we start dropping that material. All right, let's go up to the first album, and I'm going to throw it to my cousin Chris. What we got on deck, man?
We're checking out Amine's Limbo Deluxe release. He recently came out with this album a few months ago, but he released a deluxe last week. This album clocks in at about an hour. For me personally, my favorite track on here had to be Roots featuring JID and Uncle Charlie.
Can we make sure we give Uncle Charlie the flowers? Because my man has been through every generation. Singing his ass off. Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie. Last name Wilson.
He used to turn up 106 in Park with that jump. The video when that came out, I remember watching that. That was wild.
Here we go, Roots. I got it queued up. All right. He about to get me in shut the whole show down and be like, F it, let's just do this.
Yeah, and then another favorite track on mine was Woodlawn too. But to get into my least favorite track, that had to be Zach and Cody. Not that I hated the track. I felt like the whole project was pretty strong. But
all right, let's give it a little sample of Zach and Cody. And if we hate it too much, we'll get it off real quick. Here we go. I mean, that still wasn't even bad though.
Yeah, it was still good. It's still good. So you can see it was a solid project. So to kind of get into my thoughts about it, when I had first heard the regular Limbo album, I thought it was a really good showing by Amine. He's one of the younger artists, up and comers that I really like his music. Even with his initial release, he had that huge pop hit with Caroline that kind of crossed over a bit. And he even had a song on there that was kind of talking the Spice World jump. I think that was pretty cool. So he can jump into different lanes. So I really appreciate Amine's music for that. With this one though, in particular, the deluxe, outside of maybe like Mr. Clean and Chicken, I really felt like it kind of watered down the album a little bit. I feel like starting from Burden and then finishing out at the end of the album, he had a real strong project, really good album. But I think the added tracks just added a little bit too much time and a little bit too little substance for me. So overall, I would say if I had to rate this one, I'd probably give it a 3.25. So if my homie was playing it, I would definitely listen. So an enthusiastic listener, my homies would. But yeah, it was a good album. I enjoyed it.
Okay, what any outstanding lines of verses or bars that you remember?
Oh yeah, one of Nip's favorite. If was it being Ugly was.
Yeah, ugly was pretty. I'd be the shit.
Yeah. That one was cool.
I'm shocked you got it. For me, that's kind of low. I think I'm gonna let Nip. Where do you have it ranked? Where do you have the album ranked?
The deluxe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say bootlegger. If we take those first, what is that?
Like 5 or 6
or
songs.
7 joints. Yeah. If we take them joints out, then I'm a copy. I'm a copy the album. I ain't gonna lie to you. I bangs with it. I bangs with it heavy.
Yeah, the normal I would give definitely a 4. But the deluxe is like just a little bit too much for me.
I'm with you. I think the deluxe I'm giving I'll bootleg it. But if it was the regular one, which I listened to, months ago, I definitely would make that a cop. So now I'm on that one. Well, people are probably already wondering, a fourth head popped up in the bubble. They're like, man, what the hell is going on? They out here freaking the game. I want to introduce everybody to Miss Tiffany Nycole. She's in the building. What's going on, Tiff? Oh, I think we still got her on mute.
Yeah, she's still muted.
Just muted her ass. So you know how we do it. We got to thug her into the initiation. There she go. All right.
Now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Well, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Man, we doing all right. I got my best friend Nip up here. What's going on, Nip? The guy looks like he's going to rob you. That's my best friend Nip.
Which one's about to
You better
rob?
choose which one now.
He's smiling too much. He's happy about it.
Indeed.
And then I got my cousin. He's about to go. He got to get out of here pretty soon. But we wanted to jump into, like I said, Tiffany Nycole. She just dropped the new album, Dear. It's on all platforms everywhere. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I heard the album early because, I'm an industry joker,
You did. You had the personal listen session.
Right. Drank a whole bunch of wine. Like, went through 4 bottles of wine to listen to the album. So, and it's only like 8 songs. So that tell you how we was getting down. So before we jump into that, we were just jumping into Amine's album. Chris just reviewed it. Did you listen to it by any chance? Have you heard it?
I have not.
Okay. It's a dope album. I would say definitely check it out. Now we're going to get to the real nasty part. Here, go ahead, Chris. What other album did you review this week coming out?
I also reviewed YFN Lucci's Wish Me Well 3. This project came in also at about 1 hour and a minute. My favorite track on Wish Me Well 3 was Both of Us featuring Rick Ross and Leighton Green.
I feel like on our show, anything that Rick Ross is on always makes our favorite or our best. But go ahead, Chris. What else you got on this?
And then my least favorite track on this one was Part 2.
All right, let's hear this. Now, is this least favorite like it's trash, or is least favorite like
It's not trash. It didn't really stand out to me.
All right, because that trash thing, we're gonna cut off real quick. Hold on, he got a hard bar on that one. He's gonna smoke, they end up in urns. I like that right there.
Yeah. He has some good bars in there. But overall, besides like Both of Us and then that Wet remix with Mulatto, I feel like a lot of the music was just a little bit too similar. And I actually like Lucci a lot because he will do this thing where he'll kind of spit the bar and then he can harmonize the next one. And he has a unique voice. Like you can definitely tell it's him when he comes on the track. My only issue is a lot of the songs end up sounding way too similar. And I feel like a lot of people in his peer group, they run into that issue too. Like either they'll just kind of bar you down with some melodic rap and just keep on going through the whole track and maybe just have like one phrase that they repeat for the chorus. But by the time you look up, you don't know if you listen to track 2, 6, 12, whatever. You don't know where you're at in the album because everything starts to blend together. So I would like Lucci to maybe kind of diversify a little bit more. Like certain songs maybe lean more heavily into the melodic bag. Another one kind of give you some stronger punchlines. Because without those, a lot of the stuff starts to sound monotone. But overall, I didn't think it was a horrible project. I could listen to it again. So I would have to give this one overall probably like a 2.75. So that is if my girl had it on, I listened to it. But I give it an enthusiastic listen.
Nip, you disagree? Were you in that ballpark? Where you at on that?
It was close to a frisbee for me. Not gonna lie to you, all that shit sound the same to me. Yeah. If Ross wasn't on that joint, I don't know. I'll listen to it if my girl put it on the wheel with the window down. How about that?
Just getting ready to frisbee.
Just getting ready to frisbee that joint.
Man, you crazy, man. I like the Bootsy feature on there. I give a shout out to Bootsy. Like,
yeah, that was a good song.
Taking the Vlad TV cuts out of there. You know, that jealousy, that envy. You know how I get down. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go if my girl put it on. I would listen. So I'm right there with you. I can't front on it. It was a tough listen for me on that one. But all right, well, let's go and bring on why we brought on Tiffany, because we wanted her to kind of give us a little bit of flavor, spice it up a little bit. Exactly, and plus, you know, everybody on this set, we were like, man, we don't understand no Spanish, but we're gonna groove to this regardless. Yeah. We're gonna go and do our thing. Tony was mopping his floor and sweeping his house listening to it, so.
Ayo.
So, Miss Nycole, what do you think about the Bad Bunny's new album?
El Ultimo Tour del Mundo, which means like the last world tour. Mm-hmm. First of all, if you're Hispanic, you love Bad Bunny. Like, Bad Bunny is one of the best lyricists in reggaeton.
What if you love Hispanic women? Can you still love them as much?
Yes.
Okay.
One, because he's definitely like one of the few reggaeton artists that are so pro-Latina. Like his last album, he made a song called Yo Perreo Sola, which is about a woman who just wants to be in the club, and it means like I twerk by myself. Like, I don't need you to dance with me. I dance by myself. And it was like a huge ladies anthem.
My kind of woman there.
If you're ever in the club and that song comes on, you'll see all the little Latinas. I gotta dance. But yeah, this album, it had 16 records. It's about 47 minutes long. It actually didn't have very many guest appearances, which is rare for reggaeton artists. It only had basically Rosalia, who is a huge artist from Spain. She was J Balvin's artist. But yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yeah, that voice, when she started singing, boy, I was like, okay, it's time. I was ready out here, man. But I was in my basement by myself, so I shut the fuck up.
So you were in there dancing.
Yeah, right. We got carpet, so I couldn't sweep the floor. So.
But yeah, this album was completely different than any album that he's done. It actually had a little more of like a emo rock undertone. Like, there's some samples from Nirvana in there, which is not common in the reggaeton market. They're definitely more like club inspired, but I really, really like this album. Bad Bunny has always been like huge for representing and kind of breaking barriers for the Latin community. I don't know if you know this, but the Latin community is fairly conservative as far as like gay rights and transgender, and he made a whole video dressed as a woman, and he's done magazine covers in dresses for kind of standing against like transgender brutality, which is a huge no-no, and he's got a lot of flack for it. He paints his nails. In the Latin community, he's definitely gotten some backlash because of his fluid nature and his support of being whoever you want. And this album had a song, my favorite song on the album, was basically about that. It was Yo Visto Así, which means I dress like this. And it was kind of like his way back saying like, I dress how I want. Like,
okay, let me play a little bit of that one. I think I had that rated pretty high on there too. So
that was a good one.
That's the one with Nirvana.
Okay, he got me all in my zone. So I lost track of time, guys. Sorry. Did you have a least favorite? Now, when we do the show, when we say least, it doesn't necessarily mean the song is bad. It's just maybe the weakest song.
I didn't. You picked the wrong person for this because I'm such a Bad Bunny stan. I had two favorites. That was it. I didn't have a least favorite.
What's your second favorite then?
My second favorite was, hold on, I wasn't prepared to, it was Maldita Pobreza, which means like damned poverty. And the whole song is about like how he loves his girl and he wants to buy her nice things, but he's poor and he can't afford it. And one of my favorite lines in it says, I only forget that I'm poor when you kiss me.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Let me play a little bit of that one. Actually, I think I had that 5 for 5 on my list of you be getting into that flow, man. It's hard to find a spot to shut it down and keep going. But so let's go to our rating system. If you were to rate it, which we already probably can assume what you're gonna rate it, but what would you rate it?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna give it a 5, but I have to say that the most important reason why it's getting a 5, other than the fact that he is one of my favorite artists, is that this album was the first ever fully Spanish album to hit #1 in 64 years of Billboard charts. The first ever fully Latin album. So it's a good day to be Latina today.
That's what's going on. Man, y'all got the Selena series. There you got this, man. Y'all about to shit.
Latino gang gang.
Anybody disagree? So for us not to be a cop, anybody disagree with that rating? Chris, what would you rate it?
I liked it a lot. My favorite track was Booker T because that's my favorite wrestler. But
that's my favorite track too.
That one is dope.
But yeah, I like it.
Black folks is like, oh, Booker T. Oh shit, is that Spanish? Oh no, that's actually Booker T. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I like it. I would have to definitely give it a 5. And I can pick up on a little bit of Spanish, so it was cool. Like I would pick up certain phrases and stuff. I'm like, okay, and I would try and translate it with Genius and stuff. They had a cool kind of website where you could see all the translations on there. But I really liked it. I enjoyed it. This is my first Bad Bunny project, so I'm gonna definitely go back and listen to his other stuff.
Nip, real quick, what are you at it? Where are you ranking it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a bootlegger. If I spoke Spanish, I'd probably cop it. But
listen, as long as you don't frisbee it,
don't frisbee it because I don't want that kind of smoke.
No, I'm definitely not going frisbee. I'm definitely in the poppy store waiting for my sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
In the bodega. Come on, Poppy, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna go and give it a 5. I'm gonna cop it too. I'm gonna cop it too as well, man. I'm right there with it. All right, so my cousin had to bounce because he out here doing kickboxing lessons, so he out here taboing people out here, still in these streets. So don't worry, we got a great replacement. I'm pretty sure people are going to tell me we're able to have a way better looking replacement. Don't get me wrong, my cousin's a very attractive guy, pause, but nothing compared to Miss Tiffany Nycole. So the next album we had up, I guess Nip, you had some albums that you listened to, and let's see, tell us a little bit about that. Where do you want to start?
Let's go least to best. Let's start with Miss Rico Nasty. I am new to the Rico Nasty world. I thought that was a dude. I do apologize.
Hold on, you saw her and thought it was a dude, or you saw the name?
No, sorry. No. I've heard the name before. I always assumed it was a guy. I never listened to the music, and then when I was surprised when I went. I didn't think that she looked like a man.
Okay. All right. Just want to clear that up because I don't want no smoke, man.
Nah. Name of the album is Nightmare Vacation. Coming in at 39 minutes, 38 seconds, 16 tracks. Producers, Buddha Bless. Dylan Brady.
Fire, man. Spit that hot fire.
Alter Ego. Features, you had Don Toliver, Gucci Mane, Amine, Trippie Redd, Ruby Rose, Sukiana, and I'm going to go with PP Cocaine.
Yeah. PP Cocaine. It's going to be that today.
Yeah, let's go with Cocaine. I got standout tracks. The only track I really thought was like really, really jamming. It's probably had to be Back and Forth with Amine.
All right, let's go. I know why you like this song. This seems like your life.
Yep.
I said what I said. Any other standouts, or you had the only?
That's the only one I thought that was like a standout. Like I really, really liked it. It was a couple other joints on here that was a bop, like Own It or Don't Like Me. It was kind of catchy and boppy, but that's the only one I really, really thought was like jamming.
I ain't gonna lie, I was loving the was it Show Up to Your Door with like the Girl Scouts?
Yeah,
before
Girl
the course
Scout.
on Girl Scouts. Yeah, I was like, I thought that was just. It got me. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah. Pull up with the chopper, air it out.
Yeah. So, but you're doing like Girl Scouts. Hit you with the chopper. I was like, yo, I'm like, all right, you got me with that one. But all right, go ahead. Anything? What else you got on your list?
For least favorite, let's go with Smack a Bitch. That was
All right, I'm gonna play a little bit of this one because I admit.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think it's something with the cadence for me. I don't know, and maybe I'm being a hater because I'll admit sometimes I'll be real harsh on them, but it's just something with the cadence I don't like. When you get that kind of old school, easy boom bop beat, I just wanted like her to turn into the Thriller on it, and it just kind of was.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of yelling for no reason, and that seems like that's what a lot of this album is. Fucking yelling for no reason. I don't know what's up with sis. I guess she has some like rage albums in there. I don't know what's going on with this joint, man. I don't. I'm like I said, this is my first.
You're delaying the inevitable. Where you at? Where's your ranking?
This is my first. Yeah, this can go to the streets, bro. I don't. I can do without ever listening to this again. I'm cool.
Come on,
okay. I'll put it. I'll listen to it with the window down. How about that? I'll put it at 1.5, 1.75.
I don't know if Tiffany, if you want to jump into any point on this, have you heard?
Well, like, all I'm thinking is that if anyone ever called my record a frisbee, though, I'll be in a corner crying. Like from now on, anytime I hear some trash, I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, exactly. He got frisbee, throw it out the car window. We got what's it called, a Clio. From Set It Off, like we got numerous names for
frisbee that shit out the window, dog.
Man, you're gonna get hard for me, but I'm going to go. I'm gonna say if my girl put it on, I'll listen. It was some tracks that I thought was pretty dope. The production on it was very minimalistic, which I kind of dug. So I'm like you. If I zone out just what the yelling, I kind of like the vibe of the album going all the way through. So I'm gonna do if my girl put it on, I will listen. But it was a tough one on that one, man.
I would shut it off. I'm gonna be honest. I would shut it off with judgment.
Yeah.
I'm like, this on with me here?
You mad you spent your time? Like, damn.
Of all the things on your phone you could play, this is what you chose?
Well, we thought it was for the ladies. We thought you'll love it. So yeah, what you got next, Nip?
Next we got a heavyweight coming in.
Here we go.
Mr. Rock Marciano coming in with Mount Marci. This originally came out on the 16th, and it was exclusive to his website. I kind of feel bad. I should have paid the 40 bones for it. That's how much he was charged. And then he dropped it on all DSPs on November 30th. Mount Marci, 49 minutes, 30 seconds, 15 tracks. Features, well, of course, the producer was Rock Marciano. And then features, you had Schoolboy, you had Action Bronson, Stove God Cooks, Kool Keith, and Trent Truce. This is like probably half of the Coke Rap Avengers right here with Action Bronson and Stove God. Yeah. So I was definitely digging this one. Standout tracks, I'm gonna have to go with The Eye of Horus featuring Stove God.
They gonna look like Buffalo. I see you with the snow. I got you.
Standout lyrics on that joint. A couple lines I got from Stove God. Said, send them through your shit like Robin Givens with the old iron. That, you know what I mean?
I get him. Iron Mike. I'm with him.
The Iron Mike. Right. And then telling this young boy, you should worry about some other shit. Like why your Jesus piece look like Matt McConaughey.
I remember hearing that too, being like, yeah, he got him on that one.
It's a lot, and you know, the most important one of probably the most important line in that joint is "Reasonable Drought Classic shoulda went triple." I'm still listening to "Reasonable Drought," dog.
Hold on, because we done had Jay-Z conversations before in our private sector of life. Does that make Stove God a biter? Or is he a writer? Is he bigging up his people?
I'm gonna say he bigging them up.
He's
bigging them up. It wasn't. I don't feel like that's a biting bar right there.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to keep the consistency here. You love to talk about jigger biting. You love to say Jay-Z a biter, not a writer for himself and others.
But he not
get that same treatment.
His whole career isn't biting though. But I ain't gonna take shots at the jigger man like that. I ain't gonna take that.
Yeah, we'll say that for another exclusive show.
And one last joint, probably better than the Reasonable Drought joint was if the shepherd is the sucker, then the sheep reflected. That is a hard ass bar right there.
Now I admit I was let me let you go to your rating. What's your rating on it?
I'm copping it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm copping that joint.
Okay.
I am. Yeah, I'm copping that.
This may be the first cop on this whole show from you.
No, I caught the Amine joint with
the non-deluxe one. Gotcha.
Yeah, without the deluxe joint. Yeah.
I will admit when we first talked about it, you wanted to review it, and you were like, "Yeah, it's kind of that Brody James kind of vibe." And I was like, "All right, I got to buckle up for this. You know, make sure my kids are in bed, sleep, tucked in properly, because I gotta go back to like Jason, 15 years ago to get my mind into this mode." But no, I'll admit I was surprised and that I was more impressed when I found out he produced the whole album and did all that. Yeah. It definitely had not a vibe, but like you could tell the masterclass in rapping and producing. It kind of felt like a Royce album without like he doesn't sound like Royce, but it felt that vibe. Like you could tell he put his everything into this album. So if I had to rank it, I'm probably gonna go out bootleg it, man.
Yeah.
Like I can see myself coming back to this, especially with the features on there. I can come back to this, man. It definitely is a bootlegable situation for me on this one.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you, Tiffany, because this is like that hardcore, coca-nina talk. I don't know if you're really ready for that or you want that.
I wasn't ready. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I didn't dislike it, but I'd have to be in that vibe to listen to it.
Oh, what's up? I didn't know.
If my man was playing it in the car, I'd allow it.
Okay. So that gets. I really want to know though. When are you in that mood?
For it.
When are you in that mood where you're like, okay, yeah, put on that coke talk?
Never. I'm always in this happy mood. That's the problem. But I know that there's a lot of people that be in that crap mood.
Like, baby, I don't want to hear the slow songs tonight. Put that coke talk on for me.
I need it.
That Mount Marcy for you, then, baby.
Slide that in the deck.
Yeah, right. Let me Cleo this Rico Nasty album and slide this Mount Marcy.
For this Rock Marcy, yeah.
All right. I guess the last one is mine, man. I feel like this show's flown by already. So I had the daunting task of reviewing Shawn Mendes, and that's another reason why I brought on Tiffany Nycole, because this is way more her lane than my lane at all. So she's probably going to correct my ass numerous times when I get to start hating a little bit. But I will say this, the album name is Wonder. 14 songs on it, 39 minutes, 58 seconds. The guest star on there is Justin Bieber is what I have on here. Just a summary of it, man. I felt like Shawn was mending some pain on this album. I thought it was way deeper for a pop album that I'm used to, but still hollow for what I feel like on the grand total of music, which that's a shout out for me. For it being a pop song, I did feel like it was dope. The best song on there, I think, is him and Justin Bieber, Monster. Oh, Tiffany's like, no, she hates that one.
You know what it is? I really didn't give it a chance because I feel like Justin Bieber has dropped like 3 songs about the same thing, about how it sucks to be famous. And like, I get it. It does suck sometimes, but like, you already released that song 2 months ago. So now we got Shawn Mendes on it. So I didn't even give it a chance. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I will say I like Shawn Mendes's part on it more than I like Bieber's part on it. Yeah. I think I agree with you. Bieber has kind of hit the same. He's hit a sweet spot.
He's sad.
Well,
that man don't do
it. Yeah. Well, let's play a little bit of Monster, and then we'll find out what your favorite track on it is. So his Monster. So I thought that chorus will hook you. You know, I know you like it when they come in with that funk a little bit on there. I mean, it was pop soul funk, but you know.
Nobody say that's funk. That's funk light right there.
Yeah. That's the Kenny G of funk right there.
Yeah. That ain't no bottom to that. Ain't no bass in that.
All right, Tiffany, what was your standout or best? What did you think?
So you're actually gonna be mad at me, but I have not actually listened to that album. And it's offensive even to me because his girlfriend, Camila Cabello, is one of my favorite artists as like a pop singer. I think she's
what's her name? One more time again?
Camila Cabello.
Gotcha.
Senorita, yeah.
Yeah.
And I read some reviews on his album, and he said that every song he's ever written was about her. So I want to listen to it, but for whatever reason, he's just never really been. It's a little too slow, a little slow tempo for me. So again, it has to be one of those things where I'm in the mood to cry.
I will admit, my first listen was in the car with my wife and the kids in the back. My wife was like, "All right, this is about to put me to sleep."
Yeah,
so we had to turn it off because she was like, she was flatlining.
It's like one long ass song,
right?
Sadness.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that it's a song, I guess, about her and Olga, because it's actually one of the songs called "Song for No One" that I thought was pretty dope. But like the opening song, like opening couple of bars, I thought was pretty cool. Like I wake up a little drunk, check my phone, I'm all alone, 10 missed calls, a couple of texts, but none of them are from who I'm looking for. I thought I was like, okay. Like he was kind of, like I said, it felt like he was. He is
a writer too. I can respect that, especially in a pop artist, like when they can actually write as well.
No, he had a couple of bars in there, but I think my other song in there might have been "Dream" and "Song for No One" that I really enjoyed. My least favorite, I think it was like 24 Hours. I won't even put that pressure on my ears to even go in and play that. It was cool. It just wasn't my vibe, but overall, actually, my best verse on there was the one we just listened to. You put me on a pedestal and tell me I'm the best. Raise me up into the sky until I'm short of breath. Fill me up for confidence to say what's on my chest. I thought was probably the best verse on there I got from him. So my ranking, I'm going to go, if my girl put it on, I would listen. But my wife was like, turn it off. So that maybe should make it a Frisbee, but I'm not going to go. I'm going to say I actually enjoyed it, and I probably won't revisit it. But if a song played when I was out somewhere, I'm like, oh, that's Shawn Mendes. I like that, or I hate that song. So that's where I'm at. Nip, did you even have time to listen to this one? Because we had like 6 albums this week. So
yeah, I have no sympathy for these weak ass punks out here, man. All this slow singing, crying, and woe is me shit. Nah, get that shit out of here.
Well, honestly, I feel like it didn't have a good enough first single to make me want to listen to the album.
I will agree. Monster and Wonder are they're not strong enough for that. I'm right there with you.
Like some fillers that were supposed to be on Justin's album, they didn't make the cut.
Honestly, about 3 times I put on there like this sounds like a song that Justin Timberlake turned down. Like a lot of my notes are this sounds like a song that Justin Timberlake turned down. Like Piece of You is one of them. This feels like this was made for Justin Timberlake off of Future Love Sex Sounds. But how long ago was that album? Was my exact quote I put on my notes. Like, that album's still dope. But the point is, music has pushed up a lot further since then. Guess we're going to go to the best part of the show that I enjoy, that everybody seems to enjoy the most. It's, hey, what are you listening to? We're going to start off with Nip. So, Nip, hey, what are you listening to?
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up this week, man. I feel like I always come through with the hard ass rap shit.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little savvy this week and popped that Kirby back in from earlier this year.
All right.
Entitled Sis. Because one of the tracks I was digging on that was We Don't Funk.
All right, let's play some of that. Let's everybody take note that Nip picked an artist that was a woman that sings. I want everybody to take notice here, so when I get the hate mail, they'll be like, man, he only like them hardcore, blah, blah. Hey, he gave you one. So let's go. We Don't Funk. Oh man, you're gonna have me playing this album. I forgot
Right.
about this album actually.
Yes, sir.
I'm going this one now. Damn.
Yes, sir.
I didn't clear my whole calendar for the rest of the week now. All right, I think you had one more on there too that you were listening to. What other track were on that album too that you were insisting?
The last track, what was that? Don't leave your man, or don't leave cuz, something like that.
Yeah, don't leave your girl. Don't leave cuz. That
Don't
would be
leave
a better
cuz.
title. Don't leave cuz. Hey, look, man, we gonna have a real conversation one day about what happened to the real side chicks out here, not the snitching side chicks, like the real side chicks. It's like, no, I don't want no relationship. Stay with your family, but you can come over my draw. We're gonna have to have a real conversation about the old school side chicks. You know, one of them jokers that like they got a family on the side of town, and your moms may know about it, but she don't care as long as your dad's come back with that money. Like,
that's it.
No,
Kirby said, keep your ass at home.
Yeah, I gotta go back and listen to Kirby, man. I forgot how dope that album was, man, and you done got me in my zone. So we're going to Miss Nycole, Miss Tiffany Nycole. Hey, what are you listening to?
Other than me?
Yeah, well, don't worry. We're going to save you for the end because, you know.
I'm still listening to Raye. I really like her. Did you ever get an opportunity to check her out?
I did check it out. Raye is really dope. Euphoric sad songs?
Yes. And you know what? I don't really like slow, sad songs, but her, I think she is so dope.
So she put you into the mood. Shawn Mendes does not.
Because he sounds whiny. She sounds like she got drunk off whiskey and wrote a song about like getting her fucking heart pulled through the mud. Is it okay that I cuss? Because I just
yeah. I've been cussing all that. It's fine.
but yeah, she just makes a different type of sad song. One that I feel like I really enjoy it. Plus, her voice is dope.
Sound like the one that Nip's gonna write tonight when he keeps on that knob.
Yeah, I sound like straight out.
We all been
there. No, but she's dope.
Any particular song you would suggest people listen to off the album?
Change Your Mind, I think, is really good.
Was it Change Your Mind?
Yeah.
Perfect. No, that song's dope. No, I'm glad you put me onto that because I feel one, that's my bag. Everybody knows. I know Nip is. You give me some sad songs, like I'm in my bag, and I have a great life. I don't know why I even like them. Maybe that's the way I get off my pain that I try to hide behind, you know, the Knob Creek that I don't drink. So. No, it definitely is. That's my jam. But shout out to Raye. Hopefully she gets bigger because I think she's very. Once you put me on to her, I started going through her other stuff, and she's really, really underrated. So shout out to that.
You know what I love about European artists? They talk like this, but they don't sing like this.
No, they all sing Americano.
Because let me tell you something. Hispanic, the accent, they talk like this. That's exactly how they sing. I don't know why. But yeah, she's dope. I like her a lot.
And I know it's blasphemy to bring up her name on a music show, but I remember the first time I realized that Iggy Azalea, like, talked like one of them and didn't talk like one of us. And I was like, oh man, she's like Australian or something? What is that? How did she talk like, how she rap like an Atlanta broad, but she talk, oh, okay, all right. But yeah, we don't worry, we'll have another discussion about that another day. So on our last one of, hey, what are you listening to? For myself, well, we got Tiffany Nycole on here. We're bringing her on, not just because she loves music, so that's one of the first reasons we brought her on. I just wouldn't bring her on here just because. But we also brought her on here because we want her to talk about her album, Dear. And that is actually what I have been listening to because she's given me a lot of these songs before they were on her EP. So I was kind of getting myself prepped up for it. So Tiffany Nycole, please sell somebody on why they should go listen to your album, Dear.
My album, Dear, is 8 records that I wrote over the span of a few years, actually. There's a song called Boom that was on Jersey Shore a while ago. But there's new records that I wrote. Everything that I write is like straight from my heart and my gut. I write the dirty stuff. I write the bad stuff, the stuff that like I feel like is hard to talk about, that makes you raw and makes you vulnerable. But those are the type of records that really save people, in my opinion. And that's why I love music. That's why I fell in love with music. And listening to it for me is like looking at a photo album, because every song is 100% honest and pure about how I felt in that moment about that person, or that situation, because every song that I write is about something that I went through. And you should listen to it, because I think I make music, all different types of music, and every song sounds completely different. And
no, I mean, that's
I'm also funny as shit.
I would say I felt like when I listen to Dear is kind of what I'm gonna say this word that we don't hear in the music industry anymore. I feel like it's a concept album. Yes. Because it has a purpose. It's the reason why it's titled Dear. If you want to go into why I think it's a concept album.
So for me, one thing that when I'm writing, I always write about something that I'm going through, what I'm dealing with. That's when I feel inspired to write. Whenever I have to write and I'm not there, I end up hating the record. A song about nothing, anybody can write that. Anybody can sing that. Give me a song that is real. And so each song is written about something that I went through or someone. And so the record is called Dear, and every song starts with the name of the person that it is about, except for one, because I was being polite. You're welcome. But the rest of them,
it was about me. If you need to know, it was about me.
Yeah, it was about him.
I figured that. I don't want none of that smoke.
Right. Don't get Taylor Swifted on the low.
Yeah, so that's the concept. Every song is like a letter to them.
Okay, well, so what I'm gonna say, out of the album, I had a ton of tracks, and it was hard for me to narrow down to which one was my favorite. And I'm not even saying this because she's on the show. I've had this conversation with her privately. I've talked about her music. Me and her talk about her music, which is music in general, a lot. I think I end up going down to my top three, which was Number One Fan, Joe Fuck It, and Randy Love You Again. So I actually went with Number One Fan because I always remember the moment when you told me you had written this song. We were riding in my car, and I forgot where we were headed, and you were like, hey, I'm going to play this song for you. Tell me what you think. And I'm not going to put all the business in the streets. But I was like, who are you going at like this? And you were like, you told me the story behind it. And I was like, that is dope. So I'm going to play Number One Fan just because it has sentimental value for me, because I remember just hearing it and being like, oh, shit, like, why are you out here clapping on people? But so Tiffany Nycole, Dear, the song is Number One Fan. Yeah. So I was like, damn, you going to this? Let this song go. If Shorty find out, she's going to be
really a nice person.
Yeah, well, yes, it doesn't. But let's just say, if somebody
guard your grill,
this song is about them.
I'm about to say,
they guard your grill.
Somebody gonna come snatch your fronts out talking like that.
But no. So we asked, hey, Jason, what are you listening to? Mine is Dear, and all DSPs everywhere. I got Spotify, so I listen to it through Spotify, but you can get it everywhere. If people need to find it, I am going to put a link to where you can go find it at in our bios and descriptions and all that. So be on the lookout for that one. But I think that is it. I think we hit all the notes, man. I mean, hopefully this music review, I mean, I love doing the, hey, what are we listening to? Because I feel like I get new music every time I hear what everybody else is listening to. So, guys, again, I appreciate everybody listening and joining us. Thank you to our special guest, Tiffany Nycole. It was a pleasure having you as always. I think I'm going to need you on the 20th for the No Name Nonsense podcast. So we're probably going to figure out that and make that happen as well. Nip, as always, it's a pleasure. I feel like we spend so much more time together now that we do work together.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, definitely.
Where's I feel like Wyatt is Russell Simmons. Where he's at, man? He got a
he in there doing backflips or some shit, man. I keep hearing bumping, and I look up. This dude, I don't know what's up with him. So,
well, since Wyatt's not going to walk us off the show again, but again, thank you everybody for listening to the Gladiator Cypher podcast. We will be back next week as always with more album reviews. Please check us out on everything Head Cannon Circus, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you can find us. We are probably there. We're on DSPs and etc. And then again, like I said, thank you to our guest, Tiffany. Oh yeah, find Tiffany Nycole. Where can they find you at? Sorry.
They can find me on Instagram at a bunny's insta tail. They can find me on Twitter at a bunny's tail. Put a bunny into any social app, and I pinky promise you'll see this redheaded girl pop right up.
Yes, you will. Thank you guys again, and we will see you all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.